Everybody, it's Richard. This is Jayden, Jayden's Bees. It's June 1st, and just to kind of recap what we've done with our bees, we got our packaged bees April 15th, and so we're at about 45 days in, and we got a really late start on these beehives this year. So we're in South Carolina. The honey flow has kind of coming to a stop right now, and the bees have not yet really established themselves, so they haven't had enough time. Got a late start. So in light of that, we're going to have to start feeding again to get them through the winter and help them finish building comb, and just really kind of establishing their population and things like that. So they've been here 45 days. We're going to go into them here in a minute, but we've got a lot of stuff to do today. We've already put the feeders back on the other day. I came out and dropped those on, so we're feeding sugar water. We've got a few things over here on the truck. We've got some more pollen patties. We're going to put a couple of pollen patties back on, and just to kind of get ahead of the mite control, small hive beetle, and things like that, I bought a couple of these little bait traps, put the boric acid tablets in, and then we've got some beetle blasters. Fill those up with vegetable or vegetable oil, whatever kind of oil, and we're going to be putting those in too. So the bees are gaining population, and as usual, when they're very new, they're very docile. So as they gain population, they get a little better at defending their hives. So we're going to veil up and smoke them out and get in there and see what's going on. So a couple of days ago, we put in a new frame here, and I don't think they've drawn it out completely, but they are working on it. Putting honey in that one. This is one of the outside frames. So there's still a lot of broods hatching out. They've got a lot of larvae back in there, so the queen's still laying in there. It's good. It's a heavy frame here. Again, a lot of brood.
No queen.
A lot of brood, no queen yet. We'll find her. A lot of brood in there.
Still no queen.
No queen. Okay, this is that one we just put in a day or two ago. The smoke's choking me. So they're starting to build that frame up with honey, or not with honey, but with honeycomb. Starting to build the frames out, honeycomb out. So that one still needs some work. We'll leave that one on the middle. Let them continue to work on that. Again, a lot of brood. So you can see the honeycomb where the brood is cycling through its pattern of eggs, larvae, cap brood, and then back open again and being cleaned out and laying new eggs. So they're doing really good at that. This frame's getting a little lighter. Again, brood.
Still haven't seen the queen.
You didn't see the queen this time, have you?
No.
Two pretty light frames on the end. I didn't see the queen though. Wonder where she's at. Okay, so this is our boric tablet inside a small hive beetle trap. So we put that in there, and it has holes that are too small for the bees to get in, but small enough for the small hive beetles to get in and eat that boric, and it'll kill them. So we'll put these down here in the bottom, just like that. This thing is what they call a small hive beetle trap as well. Beetle blaster is the name of it. And what you do, you put this down in between the racks. And we'll separate just a little bit here. Get that down in there. To be right on the ends. I need to make a little more room right here for this trap. So we'll put that right there. And all you do now is just add a little oil. Sometimes bees like oil, I guess. Now, alright, so we got our boric trap in the bottom. We got our beetle blaster on the top with the vegetable oil. And I'm going to throw a pollen patty on there. Lay that right there. Now we're going to get our cover and put these back together, okay? Okay, so we've got our pollen patty here, which is a protein source for the bees. We've got a small hive beetle trap there. It's called a beetle blaster. And again, down in the bottom, we put that boric tablet in the beetle trap there, small hive beetle trap there. So Jayden's going to finish up, button us up.
Which way?
That's good that way. Now he's going to put the feeder in, and we got to get the sugar water to put in there. So this feeder has a hole in the bottom. Let's show them how this works. So there's a hole in the bottom. So that goes in your inner cover hole.
Oh, there's a...
Did you see the orange?
Yeah.
That was pollen, yeah, on that bee that just flew out the hole. So the bees will come up this center hole here and climb over that edge and down to where the sugar water will be.
The cup will be like this.
And this cup kind of stays in there, and it keeps the bees from filling up this box as long as there's no, as long as there's sugar water in there, they won't swim through it.
So our smokers kind of went out. Not getting much of smoke as we usually do.
But we're getting enough.
Yep.
Okay.
I think the fire in it went out. So, in the last hive, we put one of these boxes that had that acid in it that kills the
Boric acid.
boric acid that kills the insects, the other insects that get in there. Now see, there's a bee with honey in it. See this one sac that were on it?
So we put that boric trap down in there for the small hive beetle. And go through here and see what kind of action we see.
Hopefully we find the queen in this hive.
So we're going to pull this first rack out.
First, we're gonna pull the
A lot of
first.
food, a lot of honey. Looks good. Don't see the queen here.
Not yet. Hold on. Still don't see the queen.
No, but she's working. I see eggs, and I see larvae, and I see everything.
This hive, since we've had for about 45 days, it's turned really defensive.
As they get population growing up, they tend to want to be defensive, and that's fine. I have more trouble out of this hive than the other one, so got one chasing my head right now. It's windy.
I think we might just need to put this thing in and then close it back up. Oh gosh, we got a bee chain. And he's back on the hive. Still don't see the queen. Queen's not on that side.
I don't see her over here either.
Odd. We haven't seen our queens in either box so far. Usually you see them in one of these two boxes right there. Or maybe even this one. but not yet.
See all the bee heads looking up.
Yep.
Back up. Back up. When you look down in the box and you see all the bee heads sticking up, like they're looking up at you. All right, so it's a windy day. We're still in the shade. It's in the morning. These bees haven't felt full sun, so they're all a little ornery this morning. So we had to suit up and finish off this inspection and get all this stuff done. So rather than take any chances, we went ahead and took some precautions. So nobody got stung. We're good. So we got the hives buttoned back up. Got the vegetable oil traps, the boric acid traps. Got the pollen patties in and refilled the sugar water feeders. And so we'll just kind of monitor that over the next few weeks, see if we get any fall. We're looking forward now to maybe the fall pollen and honey flow, if there's any. Not real sure what's around here, but as you can tell, we're 45 days in and the bees just haven't had enough time to populate and store resources for them to get through the winter. So we've got to feed them and just take care of them. Okay, so they're all set for next year for sure. So we'll feed them through the winter and get everything back in order.
You're standing in the
Yeah. All right, everybody. Anything to say goodbye, Jayden? Dab. Anything else? All right, everybody. We'll see you on the next video.